Hi, everyone. Welcome to STEAM for Tweens. I'm Miss Jennifer here at the Warrenton Library. Today's program follows up on our October program in which we explored outer space. Today, we're going to explore the stars, but in a slightly different way. I have 3 art projects for you to craft 3 different kinds of stars. We're going to make Waldorf stars using kite paper, Post-it stars, and paper bag stars. And this is a large one, as you can see. If you picked up your supplies here at the library, you'll have everything you need to complete all of these crafts, except for white glue or a glue stick, a pair of scissors, and a pen or pencil. If you didn't get a bag, you'll need to gather 9 paper bags, a stack of Post-it notes or other 4x4-inch paper, and kite paper or tissue paper, origami paper, or really just regular paper that you've cut down to 6.5 by 6.5 inches. So let's start with our first craft, which is the Waldorf star. So I'm going to turn my camera down here, and we are going to take a look at some kite paper. I think that's a little too close. There we go. So you're going to take a piece of kite paper, or like I said, any other kind of paper that is 6.5 by 6.5 inches. We are going to fold it in half long ways, just like this. Unfold it and fold it in half again, back the other direction long ways, and then unfold it. So you should have an X across. All right, we're going to fold each corner in to our center point. You may have made something like this before with a paper fortune teller. This is going to look a little different when we're done though. So we're folding all the corners in to make a smaller square. And when you're done, it's going to look like this. Now we're going to hold it so that it looks like a diamond, and we're going to fold these corners in to make a point. So let me show you what that looks like. We're going to fold this in. It's almost like making a paper plane. Fold one side, so that looks like this, and fold the other side so that it matches. And so now we have a little, almost like paper plane arrow shape. All right. And I've done that before with 2 pieces already to show you how we're going to stick them together. So you have, if you picked up your bag, you have 8 pieces of kite paper, but what you ultimately want to do is to make this shape 7 more times. And that is what is going to give us all of the pieces to make our Waldorf star. So we're going to attach them together using our glue, white glue or glue stick, either one's fine. And we're just going to overlap them so that they form a nice symmetrical shape. So we're going to take the one we just made and line it up so that this edge lines up with the center of the last piece we attached. So it's going to look like this. All right, let's do that one more time so that you can see it again. All right, maybe this piece will be a little easier to see. It's a little lighter piece of paper. So in half once, in half twice. We fold our corners in to make a slightly smaller square. And then we're going to make another point to our Waldorf star. Now remember, we're going to fold one corner in, just like that, and then the other corner in to meet it. Just like that. Okay, and now we're going to take what we've been assembling. We're going to add a little bit more glue. And now we're going to attach the next piece, just like this. All right, so that is half of a star done. And when you've gone all the way around, they will meet up in the middle and you'll have a beautiful Waldorf star. And you can do this with any color or pattern that you'd like. This is just a nice rainbow pattern. It shows you all the different colors of paper that we had to use. If you're using kite paper or tissue paper, it is slightly translucent, so this would be a great project to use as a sun catcher to brighten up your windows during the cold winter days. All right, time for our next craft. We're going to be making our Post-it note, or really any sort of paper star. And this is a little more intricate, but we're going to make it in much the same way. We're going to make one portion at a time and then glue it all together. So let's take our Post-its and get started. So we're going to peel off one. And again, you can do this with any sort of paper. It doesn't have to be a Post-it, but this is something that people probably have sitting around their house. So we're going to fold it in half so that it looks just like this. Make a little football shape out of it. And then we're going to fold it in half one more time. And now we have a little bit smaller of a football. And now is the time when we're going to need our scissors. So we are going to make small cuts from the folded edge. So find the piece that's been folded over. And we are going to make small cuts that are parallel to this long edge. Okay, so find the longest edge of your triangle and find your fold, and that's where we're going to cut. So let me lift up my camera a little so you can see. All right, we're going to cut up into the triangle, but we're going to stop about 1/4 of an inch from the end. All right, let's do that one more time. And I'll unfold these a little so you can see we've stopped right before the end of the paper so that it all stays together. Okay, you don't want to cut it apart. All right, and now we're going to unfold it, and it will be stuck a little on one side, but that's okay because it'll just come right back apart again. There we go. And now we have these little flaps that we're going to be rolling over to make the shape that we want for one part of our star. All right, so let's take a look. Let's start on the inside portion, and we're going to use our pencil now, or pen, or whatever you have that will help us give something to sort of bear down on when we're using our glue. So let's get our glue stick. We're going to put just a touch of glue on one side, and then we're going to roll this around the pencil, and we can press against the pencil to try and get the glue to stick. So that'll keep the nice little cylindrical shape that we're going for. All right, and then you can just slide the pencil right out. So there's our first layer. Our last layer on the very edges, we're going to fold the same way, the same direction as we did the first small one. So we're going to fold that in and glue those pieces together. And then we're going to flip it, and the pieces that were in the middle, we're going to fold in the opposite direction. So let's put a little bit of glue there. Flip this over. So now you can see that two pieces go to one direction and one piece goes in the other one. And so that gives us the unique sort of shape that we have here and makes it look a little twisty and fancy. So as you can see, I've already made another one and one more. And I'm going to show you how we're going to put all of these together to make 1/2 of our star. And it's very simple. You're just going to find the flat edges down here. Really any end could do. You could do the opposite end. They're identical. So you're just going to find those places and we're going to glue them together. So we need a little bit of glue right here. And they're already sticking a little because of the Post-it. We're going to help it along just to make sure that it stays. So we're going to glue that piece together. Then we're going to do that one more time and glue again the ends together. And we're going to pinch it just like this. And that's going to be the easiest way to assemble this, is one spoke at a time, and then to assemble 3 together. And then I have another 3 right here. And we're going to do the exact same thing and assemble them together at the bottom. All right, so we're going to find one edge, give it some glue, and we're going to connect them just like that. And you will probably need to leave it to dry a little bit because it's a little delicate, but when you're done, this is going to be what your beautiful star looks like. And you could make a whole bunch of these and use them to decorate your room and make a whole galaxy full of stars. All right, so that's our second project. And now let's take a look at our third one and the largest one, but it's actually very simple to do. All right, you can use brown paper bags, white paper bags, any colorful or pattern bags you have around, depending on, you know, the materials that maybe you take your lunch to school in. But the size of the bags will determine how big your star will be and how many you'll need to make a complete star. So we're going to take a look at our stack of bags here. I have 8. And that probably is how many you'll need. But again, depending on the size of your bag, you might need more or less. So you are going to make your stack and get out your glue and find the side of the bag that you see the flap. You don't want the side with the flap. You want the flat piece. All right. And you're going to make a T. It's as simple as that. You're going to go down the middle and then across the bottom. All right. Let me set my other ones to the side, down and across, and then you're going to just line up the next bag and place it on top and press that down. You're going to do that over and over again, down and across, take the next bag and stack it on top. All right. And ultimately, when we're done, we're going to sort of accordion these out, and that will create the nice shape that you saw from the one in the beginning of the video. So now you get an idea of what kind of glue pattern you need. And then let me show you the one that I've made already. Once you glue all of your bags together and you let it dry a little bit, you can start cutting them into patterns. So I did something very simple here. I just cut the ends off of these bags. But if you wanted, you could treat it almost like a paper snowflake and cut along the edges and the sides and make any sort of pattern that you like. So this has been sitting and it's dry. And I'm going to show you when you accordion it out, grab one end and the other end and pull it up. They're going to almost meet in the middle. So this tells me I need one more bag. All right, so we're going to take one more pink bag and we're going to put a little bit more glue. We're going to go down and across. And I'm going to take my last bag and press it on top. And now you need to make your shape. So it might be hard to cut through all of the bags at once. You'll probably need to cut a couple and then use that as a guide to fold up the bags to cut the next one. So I'll show you what that looks like. So I have a stack here. Some have been cut. This one hasn't. I'm just going to use it as a guide and cut that last one so that it lines up and matches. All right. So this hasn't been gluing for very long, but hopefully it's sturdy enough that I can show you the next step. So again, we're going to accordion it and unfold it, and it looks like this. So now we need to paste these two together. So we're going to grab our glue one more time. We're going to make our T, and I'd probably recommend making that T on both sides so that it can get nice and sticky together. And then find your two ends. And you'll just need to press it together. You can stick your hands in the bags and press the ends together. And then you'll have a beautiful star that you can use to decorate your room or your house. And if you want, you can make a little hole punch at the top and use some twine or string and hang it from your ceiling. And like I showed at the beginning of the program, this is a completed one. And you can get as creative and intricate as you want with the design, just like with a paper snowflake. So I hope you enjoyed today's program. Come by the library to check out these books featuring more paper crafts. We have many books, some featuring paper bags, some featuring just regular paper, and lots of activities you can do. We also have origami and other paper folding and paper cutting projects that you can check out. We will return next month for our STEAM for Tweens, and we'll continue with a celestial theme and learn about the constellations. So be sure to watch for that in February. Don't forget to register for a supply bag to pick up everything you'll need to participate at home. In the meantime, head over to our website, faulknerlibrary.org, click on the Research button, and select Science, Math, and Environment from the list shown. There you'll find Science Online, a resource featuring articles, videos, experiments, and activities to enjoy a range of scientific topics. Thanks for watching. Bye.